All right. Hey, it's great to be here with you, Aaryan Shukla. Welcome with your coaches, Nitin and Arona. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
doing
we're
very
fine.
fine and I'm also doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, good. I mean, it's cool that we've got this international call. I'm in London. You guys are in India,
Yeah.
and the world is all connected. And yeah, it's all very exciting. First, I want to say congratulations on becoming the youngest ever mental calculations world champion at age 11. It's incredible. And before I even start, I just want to maybe give people a flavor of what you can do.
Yeah.
Um, Sigmund Freud was born in 1856 on May 6th. Do you know what day of the week that was?
That was Tuesday.
Wow, perfect. You are right. It was a Tuesday. So that's lightning quick. Really, really amazing. And yeah, you're super quick. There's no doubt about that. And you love numbers, right?
Yeah, I love numbers very much.
Do you have a
I
favorite
also
number?
enjoy.
Do you have like a favorite number perhaps, or digit or something like that?
No, my favorite number is nothing like that.
But he loves to add the numbers from single digit to up to six digit, seven digit also.
That's cool. Really cool. Um, and Norana, you've been training Nitin since he was, I think, 6 years old. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
he was
say
just 6 years
Nitin and
old.
Aryan both. Yes, Aryan was 6 years old when he joined us in our academy in Nasik. That's another state, and I belong to another state. We are almost 150 kilometers away, and this small boy has been totally like at times we had to wake him up early morning online and he was available till late night. He's very much passionate about maths and numbers. He can play with any numbers, like, so that's how it was.
It's really cool. And how many students, Norana, have you trained so far?
We have trained over 20,000 students last 25 years, and we have quite a lot of students who can give Aryan a tough time. So next year, London, you will watch all of them.
Amazing. How many are going to come?
If you give us 20 seats, 20 of them will be there, and then I promise you, very nail biting finish.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. It was. I have to say, the final last year was very exciting.
Uh, but Mr. Atten, I would like to compliment you and your team. And I would
Hmm.
like to really salute you all. And I appreciate the local proctor idea. That was an incredible step taken by you and entire MSO team. We would like to really acknowledge you for that. That was a
Thank you.
fantastic step.
That's very kind. So just for the listeners, because of the COVID, I mean, usually we have the World Championship in person, which we're going to have again this year. But because of COVID, we had it online, and it was very important to ensure the integrity and to see that people weren't cheating. So for the finalists, we found local proctors that volunteered. They were neutral, and they watched the finalists while they were competing online to make sure that everybody was playing fairly. And indeed, Aryan, you won it fair and square. So congratulations again, Aryan. And yeah, I mean, obviously it was a lot of effort to send proctors. We had proctors in Japan, proctors in India, and it's yeah, there was a lot of logistics involved in making that happen. But it was worth it because you put on quite a show. So once again, congratulations. Um, so yeah, so I mean, just a few questions. So I guess for you, Aryan, what does the future hold? What are your dreams for the future?
Now next competitions like MSO 2022, then Memorite Dubai Olympics 2022, then
Yes.
MCWC Germany
Okay, so
2022.
your calendar is filled with the next major competitions.
Yeah.
What about, I mean, school? Do you go to a normal school? During like what? Yeah, well, how or yeah, what how what
Yeah.
is your normal day look like?
Yeah. Everything is fine whenever these mental competitions are there. Only then school studies I take break, and otherwise then fine
Okay, and you go
managing
to a
them.
normal school locally to where you live?
Yeah, where I live, that city only.
Cool. And what are your favorite, other than math, what are your favorite subjects in school?
History, geography, civics, then science.
Cool. Really cool. And you um, have you traveled a lot out of India?
Yeah, I have only traveled one time when I go to Istanbul, Turkey for my Memoride Turkey 2000 Memoride Turkey Open Championship 2018.
That's cool. And now you're going to be coming to London this year for the World
Yeah, I
Championships.
will come.
And what about, I guess, obviously you're very good at calculating things. You're amazing with numbers. Um, what about memory? Do you ever also do things with memory, trying to memorize stuff?
No, I don't memorize them. I only calculate them.
You only calculate. So I wonder, like, let's see. Can you give us an example of calculations that you like to do, and I could throw a few questions your way?
Flash and marathon, then division like division, then roots like square root, cube root.
Okay. Well, for example, let's say if we do division, let's try for a sec. Like, um, if I were to make $100 million a year, how much would that be in one day?
$100 million a year.
Hmm.
Okay, wait, it's a big 100
In India,
million.
when we say million in India, Aryan, it is 10 lakhs.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
10 lakhs. Yeah, that will be like means $0.27 million.
$0.27 million a day.
Yeah,
0.27. So $270,000 a day. I assume that's right. I'm gonna check it in a sec. Let's see. So we'll just do a
means
hundred
in India it
uh,
will be
100 million
2.7 lakhs.
divided uh, by 65 by 365. Mm-hmm. Cool. And yeah, you are right. Not surprisingly. Uh, and let's see. What about the number pi? Like that's a hard number. Is that possible to calculate the number pi? Because I know people memorize it really deeply, but it must be hard to
I
calculate
go
it.
on calculating it like 3.142857114. Continue.
So sorry. You're able to calculate that, or
Yeah,
you
I'm able to calculate 22 by 7.
Okay, so you just did 22 by 7, which is a good approximation of pi. You're right. Of course, pi is a little bit different than 22 by 7, but that is yes, that's a good approximation. Yeah, so hold on. So you were born in July 2010, right? So you're still 11, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, right.
So let me ask you, again, Aryan is the youngest ever. Do you think, in terms of speed, is there, because anybody can learn, right? I mean, even someone in their 50s can still learn. But is there? Would you say there's like an optimal age for speed in terms of calculations?
it would be very good if students can start as early as possible because today children get involved into gadgets and televisions and unwanted things. So parents across the globe they must entertain their children or encourage their children to join by the time they are 4 years old. Basic program can start.
What do you do with a 4-year-old kid?
Oh, you will see us in London when we meet.
Okay, cool. That's cool. And Aryan, what about you? Do you like to watch TV, read books, like other than math? What do you enjoy?
I like to study the stats about cricket, and also
Ah,
reading books like Sherlock Holmes, Tintin, Harry Potter.
okay, some classics. Have you read all the Harry Potter books?
Yeah, I have read all, but two, three books are remaining. I have also means watched them and read them, and I also read the all books of Tintin, and I'm now
That's
reading
cool.
Sherlock Holmes.
Well, Sherlock Holmes, obviously, and Harry Potter. When you come to London, you'll have things to come and see. From Baker Street um, to
221
King's.
B Baker Streets.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, that's great. I think you're going to really, really enjoy London. And are there any competitors or people you train with that you think are going to give you a good run for your money this year for the World Championship? I mean, is someone you think that's like are there any people that you think might beat you this year?
I think I will answer that.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it will be Misty and Ayush Panchal.
Cool. So Misty and who you're saying again?
Ayush Panchal.
Arjun Panchal. Okay,
There are
cool.
few students who are quite. Uh, they may give a tough time to Aryan.
Amazing. And let me ask you, Narona, I mean, because you've had so many students, and first of all, I want to say I'm very impressed, and what you've done is really incredible. And you've put India on the forefront of mental calculation. So I mean, it's really incredible.
Thank you.
Um, Now, Aryan, he's 11. He won the world championships. Do you think that are younger kids just faster at calculating than adults, or what? Or do you think there's an optimum age? Of course, he's the youngest ever, but yeah, what like these other people that you mentioned, how old are they?
There are younger than Aryan coming up. You will meet them this year in London. And we have a very systematic, a large number of team who trains them. Not straight away only on maths, but we have first we also taking care of their diets at times, and there are a lot of logical toys that they need to pass through, and
Wow.
so it's not only just like numbers to excel in numbers. They need to be having other puzzle games also to solve. So Aryan is also very good in cubes. If you give him cubes, he can solve cubes like less than 40 seconds.
So hold on, just to make sure we understand, you're talking about like a Rubik's cube?
Yes,
Wow, super cool.
and also
So
tangrams. They got to make some shapes in tangrams. These are what few things I would like to through you to all the students. Sorry, those who are planning, they need to practice on tangrams and cubes to excel in mathematics and be quicker.
amazing. And I know, like, for example, so when you do Rubik's cubes, there's also, the standard three by three, but there's even 4 by 4 and 5 by 5. Do you guys
Yes,
train on those, like the bigger cubes?
yes.
Wow, so cool. Aryan, that's amazing. How do you like playing with Rubik's cubes and puzzles?
yeah, I like it.
And have you tried? I heard like, Rubik's cubes solvers can even some of them are even trained to do it with one hand. There's like all these different techniques. No, no, okay, okay. You just standard, but because there's a lot of weird things you can do.
Yeah,
That's amazing. Okay, so back to you, Narona. So you've got puzzles, and you mentioned diet. So you think there's particular diets that, like, you mean the people? What do you mean by diet? Like, as in what they eat? Do you think is important, or?
Yes, because most of them are now on the screen time. So for your retina,
Mm,
for your eyes, you need raw vegetables, and then there is a lot of liquid diets you need to take because your vision needs to be very strong. So we take care of that also, and we don't give them more than 40 minutes at a time on this thing. And a lot of paper practices are there, written practices are there,
on
which makes
paper.
them
Yeah,
perfect.
that's cool. Okay, so not too much screen time. That makes sense. A good diet. Obviously, also exercise is probably really good for the mind, I imagine.
Yes, morning we have yogas, and even before they attempt their task, they got to do breathing exercise.
Wow.
Sorry.
What? So teach us like you've trained so many champions. So give us some tips. I mean, what type of morning yoga do you recommend for the kids, and what are the breathing exercises? Yeah, what share some of these secrets, please.
Yes, Yoga, you can find any kind of, like, morning, especially Surya Namaskar, breathing exercises, and also we have them on seven chakras. Seven chakras are seven different. This is crown chakra. So we train them on chakras also. That's why the cube is part of chakra, because cube has all the colors. It's very important for
Ah,
our vision that we see natural colors. So the cubes part, children need to solve in the natural light, not in the electricity light, which is very good for the vision. So also typing practice. We have a lot of typing practice for children, so they are quite quicker in typing. Like
well,
calendar dates. My students can solve 125 calendar dates now in 50 seconds.
wow.
So that fast they are because of typing speed, not only calculating. You may be very good in calculating, but at times you're not good in typing fast.
Yeah.
So you may land up answering less number of dates.
Well, in the mental calculations world championship, Aryan had to type the answer, so he had to be quick, and he was very quick. So as you say, being able to express yourself, uh, having that speed, that's crucial. And as for the colors, that's fascinating about the Rubik's cube. I mean, it's got six sides, so that's six colors, but there are seven chakras, so it doesn't totally match up the colors in the chakras, though,
Yeah,
right?
not all of them don't match up because you don't have sorry, you don't have few colors on the cube. So, but it's quite relatively close to it. At least we have some more of, you will just miss on two or three colors. But there's nothing
Right.
better than that. We have then tangrams. Tangrams have four different colors, and you got to make 100 shapes out of it. When I come to
Wow.
London, I'll carry tangram for you, and we will
Yeah,
exhibit
yeah.
there, and you'll be very
Please.
happy how helpful it is, even for older age.
Amazing. I have to say, I think it's kind of like a mantra with numbers, but I learned a really cool technique from uh, uh, a, a sports coach who's a champion. And he taught me this technique to relax the mind. He said, if you add numbers really quickly, that will relax the mind. So, like, I'll take 27 and keep adding it. So, and that I find it's a really great distraction. If I'm ever anxious, I can just do that. So I'll go 27, 54. 81, 108, 135, 162, 189. Do you ever do something like that, Aryan?
Yes.
Yeah, like
What
tables.
what type of what numbers do you like to add? What do you do to relax? Or I don't know, what is your one of your favorite exercises?
I mean, sometimes think a number and do any like I find out the square root. Sometimes the I only go on means telling the tables of in my mind with the numbers.
That's cool. Um And for example, I think you said you're really good at square roots and cube roots, right? Uh, so I don't know, let me just give you a random number and let's see you calculate the square root for a sec. Yeah, shall we try that?
Yeah,
Uh, and it could even be six digits, right?
yeah, 6 digits.
Okay, well let's go. Let's go on the higher end of six digits. Let's go for
Eight.
for sure. Let's go for 855,000 and I don't know, 632 afterwards. 855,632.
So the answer is 9, the 2, 4, 6. Wait, 6, 6, 5, then 5, then 1, 8, and go on. Like 7, 8. My like 9246.65518.
Let me see. Um, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. So, I mean, it's amazing. So numbers, you love numbers and you love puzzles. It's and you go, you're studying, you still go to school, you're studying other things. I mean, I wonder, do you have any idea, what you'd like to be when you're 30 years old, Aryan? Because I mean, you're only
Yeah,
11 now, but is there
now
is there some vision?
now till I have not decided what I'm to be. I will. Like I'm means thinking of doing something in mathematics or science.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd be. I'm sure you'll be excellent at whatever you put your mind to. Um, and Arona, you've had, like I said, many students. What type of career paths have they pursued usually after, I guess, like yeah, after competing?
Most of them find it very easy in their competitive exams. I'm very sorry.
No, it's
Competitive
fine.
exams. So quite a lot of them have gone to India's two I's that we call it, IIT and IIMs. We have quite a lot of them passing through Indian services, civil services, and few of our students have been to even very larger universities across the globe. So they feel they have an advantage once they pass out from this program of ours. And you'll also agree with me, they have an advantage compared to other students. Because by the time other students have solved one or two tasks or sums, they have completed the entire sheet.
Yeah, they're amazing. But in terms of career paths, like, would you say like they could equally go into, you know, the social sciences or the hard sciences? Like all career paths are open basically, or
Yes,
is there more of a tendency to go for the hard sciences or engineering? I mean, you mentioned the eyes; those are, I think, like India has some amazing engineering schools, right?
yes. Quite a lot of students of ours in Indian Institute of Technology and IIMs and engineering from there, and they excel, and most of them also pursue and they go abroad to study, and they been very successful.
What's your background? What did you study, and how did you become a coach?
It's a very long story. It's like you may have heard about India's. We had a bomb blast in 1993. Till then, I was in hotel industry,
Wow.
and but mental math was always part of us in our family, and it all happened accidentally. Just training one or two students when I had nothing to do, and then the neighbors came to know that the children started finding their school life easy, and they were faster. So neighbors' children, then another few students, and then finally I had to give up my hotel management, and I started accidentally I landed into, and then in it was 2012 when in Istanbul we have once in 4 years the Memorial Championship where we won 33 medals, and that shocked everyone across the globe. And after that, we had many world records. And then gradually, slowly, now I'm full time into it. We have nearly 92 branches in our country, and
Wow.
with a lot of students.
It's amazing. So yeah, what an amazing service indeed. And I guess you can do most of these calculations as well yourself, right?
No. Now I'm
No?
not that active like I
Okay.
was way back.
Okay.
Yes, but
And
coaching, I'm very confident about me and my team, and it's a large number of team. They have their responsibilities. On coaching front, yes, we have an excellent team where we coach students. Even during the final, when Aryan was into the final, at that time, my team traveled to Nasik, where Aryan is. That's rocky journey. So 150 kilometers from here. It was a tough journey. And my team was there for 3 days, uh, taking care of Aryan if he needs anything, any doubts anywhere. So thanks to Mr. Shukla also. A large number of teams stayed with Aryan. Around we were six of us stayed there.
it's
So we
amazing.
give our best.
Yeah, I know it was amazing to see Aryan win, and it was an incredible feat. And let's see. I guess before we wrap up, I don't know, anything else you guys want to share? Anything else interesting, Narona or Aryan, that's on your mind these days? No, Narona, I can't hear you for a sec. I think I lost your sound.
Okay, can you hear me
There.
now?
Yes.
I would like to once again congratulate and appreciate you people, because in pandemic where children had nothing much to do, and
Mm.
you guys coming up with world level championship and bringing out the talent in children. We as coaches, we can train, but without you people coming out like this events, how do children exhibit their talent globally? So thank you so much. You have done a wonderful job. And again, I say the local proctor idea was an incredible idea. If
Thank you.
that you had to do last year or maybe in semi-final also, you would have had, as you said before the final, nail-biting finish. There would have been a nail-biting finish if the proctor was there in the semi-final.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true. Well, actually, let me ask you. This is a while we're at it. Obviously, we're going to have a now. It was very exciting, and thank you also to you for keeping so many people engaged during the pandemic. You've done a great job. But when we have the final in person, most of it is just writing stuff on paper. How would you suggest making the final exciting? Because it was very exciting for people to watch people compete on Zoom. Uh, how would you suggest uh, us making the final in London more exciting? Obviously, they will be mostly on paper, but what else should we maybe do or add? Is any suggestions?
I think this was very interesting this time what you all did. I don't exactly remember. You had a set of seven questions, and then you had different, like, it was unpredictable. You couldn't predict, like,
That's right.
the first round was you give answer, and you have whoever gives first or last, you get equal point. Then
That
you
was a
moved
game show. It was
ahead
like a
and
game show.
yeah, in calendar, you gave whoever first two people answer correctly, and then you move to the next round, and then you had whoever's giving the first answer takes half the point, like, full
That's
point,
right.
and the second one gets the
Yeah.
half the point. So that actually was very interesting. If you could keep on the same platform offline, also
We'll,
the similar pattern, one very exciting pattern that was,
we'll see.
you
I
were
mean, it's very different in person because
The the
there's
format
no.
was superb,
Thank
like
you.
the format, the speed rounds. Then the round one was about our semi-final round, answering the questions. As we move ahead, the first one gets full and second one half, then head to head between both the people. That was a super format, comparing to 2020's format. As
Thank you.
we
Yeah, we wanted it to
the
be exciting.
yeah,
So
the one who answers first will get the more points, like that.
yeah, that's right.
So,
That's
like,
right.
instead
I
of
mean,
paper and pen in the same hall, instead of paper and pen, we have a computer there, and contestants are made to answer on the computer. And you have a larger screen. On the larger screen, the point reflects is who has answered first, and automatically it should be computerized where they get the full point. So people can watch that outside rather than paper and pen.
interesting. Yeah,
This
well, we're,
seems
we're gonna think we're gonna think about everything. Obviously, that takes a lot more technology, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, it was great to have it so exciting this year. So we'll see. Last year, I mean, so we'll see what we can do again this year. But yeah, you were amazing, I think, and you had the time of your life, Arya, and you were on fire that day.
Yeah, I
It was amazing.
also in 2022 this year we could have a super competition like 2021 again.
Well, it's gonna be great. You will see. But yes, but in person, of course. Um, Cool. Cool. Well, I'm excited to see you in August, and again, huge congratulations to you, Aryan, and to Nerona as well. And yeah, I think it's gonna be quite a year. Awesome. So thank you guys. Take care, and thank you so much. Hold on,
take
hold on.
good care
Yeah,
of
take
yourself.
care.
I'm gonna. I'm,
Yeah.